YouTubers who disappeared without a trace. I'm gonna be honest. Top of my head, no one comes to mind. But I'm also sick. So excuse me. Other way, before we get into the video, we have a plushie petition going on. It's already fully funded, but at 200, which we already reached, everyone gets a free sticker. And at 300 pledges, everyone gets a free keychain. Go pledge. You have 17 days left as of the recording of this video. As you can see, 17 days, 21 hours. Let's get into the video. I love visual adventure videos, man.
By like federal agencies and like district attorneys and stuff that like, don't do this or we'll come and get you.
The investigators had found one of his boots.
Yes.
His pants.
Yep.
His knife sleeve, and they found one other thing.
But his keys and wallet are missing.
Yeah, they're gone.
I don't really know, like, what would
So he
happen
left.
if somebody did come somebody did.
Oh shit! Oh! I think I've seen this one. Like, this one moved to which country was it? Not the Philippines, but around that one, right? Maybe it was the Philippines. I don't know. Where this guy was actually kidnapped by like some Indonesia or something. Yeah, something like that. Where he was actually kidnapped by like fucking not mafia, but like gangs. Like, Jesus. Is this an Ocean streamer? No, this was just someone actually wanting to help people.
Try to come here and kidnap me, right?
One day, a
This
YouTuber
was
is posting
dark.
videos. The next day, they disappeared without saying goodbye. But what if they didn't leave by choice? What if something bad actually happened? Today, we're looking at YouTubers who vanished without a trace, ranked from least to most disturbing. So I do want to mention
Jesus.
that some people I talk about still have not been found. So my
Oh,
prayers
boy.
go out to the families of these people, and I hope that one day they find their way back home.
Yeah.
Alana G. Alana G.
Alana! Sorry.
made videos about people who vanished. Then one day, she vanished too.
Damn. You think? Damn. Making videos about people disappearing and then disappearing yourself. You think this is some kind of advertisement? Sorry for like joking about a dark topic. But could be, could not be, I don't know.
Alana's YouTube channel was called Paranormalana. That's a mix of the word paranormal and her name, Alana. She told stories about unsolved cases, strange legends, and real-life horror. If it was creepy, Alana covered it. By mid-2015, Alana's channel was taking off. She had about 50,000 subscribers and was getting more each day. She even launched a new series, Vampires Over History. But she never got to finish it
The vampires took her out!
because that's when Alana realized she was in danger. In late 2015, Alana realized she had a stalker. They probably found her through her YouTube channel, but this wasn't just some random troll in the comments. The stalker went beyond YouTube and found her Facebook page, and that's when she warned her fans. Alana tweeted, had a pretty scary stalking incident, so unfortunately, I'm having to change the way I run my social media. No more Facebook.
Bro. Stalkers are so bad. At most, like in most countries, the police don't take stalkers serious.
She also explained the seriousness of the situation. She said the stalker sent her a violent death threat, but if she was scared, she didn't show it because her last tweet was a warning directed at the stalker. It said, "My uncle is a cop. The other two are criminal lawyers. Violently threatening me online will always turn out badly for you." It was a bold move. She hoped it would work. But after that, Alana vanished from the internet. On September 3rd, 2015, Alana deleted her YouTube channel with over 50,000 subscribers. Her Facebook page also vanished. Her Twitter account disappeared. Her Instagram went offline. Even her vlogging channel was erased. It all disappeared in a single day. But
She probably went undercover is my guess in this case, since she just deleted everything, right? I feel like if anything would have happened, the family might have made a statement.
what made it stranger was the timing. Just days earlier, Alana was planning new videos with other YouTubers.
Just a few weeks before her disappearance, Alana and I were discussing a collaboration video. I've openly mentioned this to a number of people, so the community seems to think I have answers, and sadly I do not.
So what changed? Why would someone who was growing fast suddenly delete everything? People had theories. Some believed the stalker scared her offline. Others feared something worse. All anyone knows is she never came back. Alana vanished without a trace. This next case is about a YouTuber.
And that's, I guess, where that one ends. Jesus. She probably went off grid, I hope. Yeah. My guess is she just like completely went offline, got scared of the stalker, and didn't want him to find her. Maybe she's making videos out there somewhere, under different allies.
YouTuber who took too many risks. Nicholas Sonderegger. Nicholas Sonderegger was only 28 when he vanished, but the most tragic part wasn't his age. It was how weird everything was the night he disappeared. Nothing made sense, not to the cops, his friends, or even his family. So what happened? Nicholas Sonderegger loved to dance. So much so, he started a YouTube channel to share it with the world. He called his channel Sunspike. What made it stand out was how Nick turned everyday places into dance floors. Rooftops, sidewalks, riverbanks, it didn't matter. Nick danced everywhere.
Look at
He even
him.
made a video called Dancing with Cows.
He's dancing with Rosie!
By 2017, Nick posted 79 videos. He had less than 3,000 subscribers, but they loved him. Nick looked carefree when he danced on camera, but off camera, his life was starting to unravel. Around 2017, Nick lived in San Diego with his best friend Austin. Although they had big dreams, they had almost no money. Then they got evicted from their San Diego home, but instead of giving up, they made a bold move. They packed up and moved to one of the strangest places in California, the Salton Sea. It's a place many call a toxic nightmare. People abandoned the area because the air was contaminated with dust and gas that caused health problems.
I would think that that's a bad idea. I would think that's a bad idea. What do you guys think?
By the time Nick and Austin arrived, it was
I
nearly
wouldn't
abandoned,
recommend.
filled with old trailers, broken buildings, and silence. They didn't rent a place to sleep nearby. They just slept in tents or stayed in whatever old trailer they could find. But Nick never gave up on dancing. He even discovered an abandoned compound and wanted to turn it into a space for dancers. And then tragedy struck. It was around 2 a.m., September 7th, 2018. Nick and Austin were inside their tent in Salton Sea trying to get some sleep. Then they heard a scream.
They were hanging out and doing whatever they were doing, and they heard a scream that sounded like it was coming from the other side of town, which this is a really tiny town.
The Salton Sea wasn't exactly safe at night, but since they both heard the scream, they talked about what to do. Maybe someone needed help. Austin suggested they stay put. Nick agreed. At least, Austin thought Nick agreed. Austin turned around and went to sleep. He didn't know it would be the last time he ever saw Nick. When Austin woke up the next morning, he was alone in the tent. Nick was gone.
He was just gone? For what?
Exactly safe at night, but since they both heard the scream, they talked about what to do. Maybe someone needed help. Austin suggested they stay put. Nick agreed. At least, Austin thought Nick agreed. Austin turned around and went to sleep. He didn't know it would be the last time he ever saw Nick. When
The fuck? That's such a weird conversation? What? Like, what? They both heard a scream, went out, both agreed to check it out, but the other guy only thought he agreed, but he turned what?
talked about what to do. Maybe someone needed help. Austin suggested they stay put. Nick agreed. At least, Austin thought Nick agreed. Austin turned around and went to sleep. He didn't know it would be the last time he ever saw Nick.
But like, okay, so Austin suggested, look, let's go check it out. Then Nick said sure, and then Austin turned around and went back to sleep. Huh? Stay put, stay in tent? Oh, maybe. But staying put would suggest staying awake. I don't know, this entire conversation is really confusing.
He wasn't exactly safe at night, but since they both heard the scream, they talked about what to do. Maybe someone needed help. Austin suggested they stay put. Nick agreed. At least, Austin thought Nick agreed. Austin turned around and went to sleep. Do
you see? Like, Austin said, okay, let's stay put. Nick agrees, he thinks. The dude that they should stay put, meaning they should stay in a tent, and the other dude didn't. I don't know. It's confusing. Austin said, let's stay put. Yes, but let's stay put would mean let's stay alert. Stay put means, like, stay alert, not go to sleep. Sure, not check it out. Sure, I got that one wrong, yeah. But, like, stay put would not mean, okay. Stay put just means don't act. I don't know. Stay put just means stay where you are at. Well, whatever. Whatever. To me, I always interpreted like stay put like, okay, stay where you are, but pay attention.
didn't know it would be the last time he ever saw Nick. When Austin woke up the next morning, he was alone in the tent. Nick was gone. He searched everywhere. Then, just a block from their camp, he found Nick's flashlight lying in the dirt. Austin called the police immediately. Officers searched the shoreline. What they found only made things more confusing.
The investigators had found one of his boots,
Yes.
his pants,
Yep.
his knife sleeve, and they found one other thing.
But his keys and wallet are missing.
Yeah, they're gone.
In other words, Nick's belongings were scattered in different spots.
Aliens. Aliens, chat.
Not in a pile, just spread out. And then there was the boot. Why was only one boot found? Where was the other one? A few days later, on September 12th, a missing person report was filed. And then things got even weirder. A few days after Nick vanished, Austin returned to an area he already searched. But this time, something new was there. Nick's shirt and hat were just lying on the ground.
Nick's stuff was found.
Bro, it's the Cell saga. It's Cell. Sorry. I'm sorry. I cope with humor, okay? Bro, this shit is actually freaking me out, so I'm coping with humor. Incel? No. Cell Saga from Dragon Ball Z, where people just disappeared and all their clothes were left.
His hat was found. I think I see the trees like right there.
Austin was sure the items weren't there before. That made him wonder if someone placed them there after the search. But who and why? A $10,000 reward was offered for any information about Nick, but no one came forward. But his family didn't give up. 5 months later, in February 2019, a search party combed the area. They found no new clues and no sign of Nick. To this day, Nicholas Sonderegger is still missing. He simply walked into the night and vanished. The next YouTubers.
My guess is either the toxic fumes got to him, right? Like either that or like a burglary. Like legit. Like just a fucking burglary. A skinwalker, sure. But then the person that would look like him would be there. Like since his wallet is gone, probably like someone's stealing his shit. I don't know why the keys. Maybe he thought he could find a car or something with the keys. I'm just guessing burglary. And probably since they had the shore that the body was just pushed into the water.
Went somewhere they shouldn't have, and that was the beginning of the end. Mac Adventures. Joe and Garrett were more than just YouTubers. They were father and son, and they were adventurers. Their channel, called Mac Adventures, started back in 2006. In their About section, they wrote, "We travel, vlog, blog, podcast, and travel some more." They rode motorcycles across the US, visiting places most people never see.
First road trip
Okay,
ever.
cool.
Father and son on, I got a Buell, he's got an Intruder.
That's
We're gonna
cool.
go cruising.
It wasn't anything too dangerous though, just genuine father-son adventures. But the fun stopped when they visited one of the most secretive places in America, Area 51.
Yeah, of course it disappeared. Bro, they saw the aliens. Bro, like, the government got to him. Yeah.
After that trip, things were never the same. Area 51 is a top secret military base in Nevada. It's so mysterious that some people believe extraterrestrial aliens are being held there. But Joe and Garrett didn't just go near Area 51, they filmed it.
Okay, here we are, Area 51, back gate. There's dudes in that building right there. They just can't see. Look at the camera looking at us.
It literally says photography of this area is prohibited on the
This camera
camera.
moved over here.
When they posted the Area 51 video, it blew up. It got more views than any other trip they shared. Their audience wanted more, so they went back again and again. Each time they got
900K?
bolder. They crossed warning signs. They entered restricted zones. They took pictures of things they weren't supposed to. Soon, they had a series of videos
Bro, nah, the government got to them. Like, 100%. What do you mean?
about Area 51. Each time they returned, Joe and Garrett pushed deeper into the restricted zone. They thought they could keep doing it without getting caught. They thought wrong. In early 2017, Joe
Oh. You are filming your crimes.
and Garrett posted their most intense video yet. It was titled "Held at Gunpoint by Camo Dudes." This time, they went too deep into Area 51. Armed guards surrounded them with their guns drawn. Joe and Garrett were searched. Luckily, they were not arrested. They were just ordered to leave.
Listen, we're gonna give you guys a chance, okay? Get on your bikes, get
here.
The video ended with Joe and Garrett riding away, but the mood was different. It didn't feel like a fun adventure anymore. It felt like real danger. Not long after that video, Mac Adventures went completely silent. They stopped posting.
Because they uploaded their crimes. The government found out and they were taken out. Now, do I think they died? Probably not. Might have gotten arrested.
On YouTube. They stopped replying to fan messages. Their other social media accounts went dormant. Other YouTubers started talking about it, calling it the case of YouTubers who disappeared after being held at Area 51. Some believed they were warned to stop filming. Others thought they were secretly arrested. Years passed with no updates.
On one hand, they might have gotten arrested. I would understand why. They were filming their crimes. It is military ground. Yeah, they were trespassing military ground. I hope that the government just told them to fucking stop. That's what I hope. And I hope that they did just move on.
Then 3 years later, they reappeared. Garrett posted a short video called "The Pops and I Are Alive." He wanted to—
Oh shit! They are alive! See? So they literally did just stop. Okay. Good on them. Good on them, good on them. Everything's fine.
To reassure subscribers that they were okay. But after that video, they vanished again. And it's been 5 years since they made a YouTube video. This next case involves an investigation for murder. Kyle Myers. Kyle Myers launched FPS Russia in 2010, and his videos were hard to forget.
Hello, my friends, it's FPS Russia again.
Kyle filmed himself testing real guns and explosives. These weren't just any weapons. They were sophisticated and powerful. To make it more entertaining, he played a character named Dmitry. Since Dmitry was supposed to be Russian, Kyle used a Russian accent in every video.
So is he actually Russian or not?
So I had a lot of fun today showing you guys the 3 different weapon classes.
It was dangerous, but that was part of the appeal. By 2012, FPS Russia was one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube.
He just
Kyle was the face of the channel, but there was someone else behind the scenes making it all possible, and that man was about to lose his life. Keith Ratliff was Kyle's business partner. More importantly, he was the guy who got the weapons for the YouTube videos.
Did he get them illegally? Oh god. He can't legally own guns anymore. After the situation, the feds busted him on a separate marijuana charge. Pro spoilers!
Keith was able to get the weapons because he had a federal firearms license. Without him, the channel couldn't have used that kind of gear, because those powerful weapons were illegal for private purchase in the US without that special license. Keith also owned a gun store and sometimes helped plan the videos. Then one day, he was gone. In January 2013, Keith Ratcliffe was found lifeless in his office. Someone took his life.
They observed what they believe was a white male had a wound, and he was inside his office. And at this time, it is still an ongoing case.
There were no signs of forced entry. Also, the office was filled with guns, but Keith didn't use any to defend himself. Considering this, police believe the person who took Keith's life was someone he trusted. He
that, or, you know,
probably let them in himself, not knowing what was coming. The mystery led to a flood of conspiracy theories. Some in the comment section even pointed fingers at Kyle, even though there was no proof. The case was never solved, but once Keith was gone, FPS Russia started to fall apart. About a month after the incident, Kyle returned to YouTube.
And we're back in action. So as many of you know, we lost a member of the team about a month ago, but I felt like it was time to get back into the swing of things.
Kyle tried to keep the channel going, but things were about to get bumpy. About a month after the channel resumed, federal agents raided Kyle's home where he filmed his YouTube videos. They suspected he was using explosives without the right paperwork. Kyle was never charged, but the message was clear. The authorities were watching him. After that, Kyle took a 9-month break from the channel. When he returned, the momentum was gone. Old fans drifted away, and YouTube's new rules made it harder to monetize this kind of content. In April 2016, Kyle released what would be his final video. He was reviewing flamethrowers. After that, Kyle disappeared from YouTube. But a year later, he made headlines again, and not for a good reason. Kyle was arrested on substance-related charges. He was facing 25 years in jail, but he took a plea deal. In 2019, he served 2 months behind bars and paid a $7,500 fine. But for him, the real punishment came after. As a convicted felon, Kyle could no longer legally own firearms in the US. And since FPS Russia was all about firearms, that meant he couldn't make any more videos. FPS Russia still exists with more than 6 million subscribers.
Holy shit, that's a lot!
And over 100 videos. But nothing new has come out in years. The cops never found out who took Keith's life. But many fans believe that if Keith were still alive, the channel would be too. In this next case, a YouTuber was playing with danger so much that it finally caught up with him.
Jesus, man. The fact that it's not thought to be self-inflicted, what? Oh shit, not Kyle, the other one. I forgot his name already. My fucking head. That the other guy, that it wasn't self-inflicted. I don't know where I was going. Keith, yeah. Keith. There's usually ways to determine if it was self-inflicted gunshot. That's what I wanted to go to, that they don't suspect that it was self-inflicted, means that, yeah, it wasn't. And that someone actually did murder him. But I guess there just isn't enough proof to get someone.
Next case, a YouTuber was playing with danger so much that it finally caught up with him. Elliot Eastman. In 2023, Elliot Eastman left Vermont and moved to the Philippines. Then he started a YouTube channel.
Oh, that's the guy we talked about earlier, bro. It was the Philippines, okay.
To document his life as an American living abroad. He looked happy, but he didn't realize his videos were putting him at risk. The first problem was where he was filming his videos. During his travels in the Philippines, Elliot ended up in a coastal town called Cebuco. That's where he filmed most of his YouTube videos. But although Cebuco looked peaceful, it was actually...
I'm gonna say it. Like, I don't want to be victim blaming or anything, but he knew there were people that kidnap people. Like, he even made a video about it. Like, he knew. Like, he was playing with fire. I don't want to victim blame him, but he was playing with fire.
Kitsunero love Rosie Bell
Pirates,
heart.
yeah. Something like that. Hey, Armo, thank you for the 6 months, man. Thank you.
Dangerous. Cebuco was deep in what travelers call the red zone. It was a high-risk area in the southern Philippines known for kidnappings and armed attacks. In the past
seizure warning, what the hell?
10 years, about 40 Westerners have been kidnapped from the red zone. The US government repeatedly
it was a known thing.
Warned Americans not to go there. But Elliot ignored that warning. He didn't just live in Cebuco. He married a local woman. Elliot filmed himself doing everyday stuff, like swimming in the ocean and cooking.
I'm just cooking sweet dinner.
Yo!
Add some salt and pepper. And it goes swimming. It's definitely different here. See this little crack in the wall here?
Because the red zone was so dangerous, Elliot was the first foreigner to live there in a long time. Just being there made him a target, but what Elliot did next made things worse. On YouTube, Elliot asked viewers to send him PayPal donations to support his lifestyle. But that wasn't all. He also started a money lending business. He lent money
he was lending
to
money
locals,
to people.
and they paid him back with 20% interest.
Yeah, well, I was like remembering something about the money, but I didn't remember what exactly it was, but there it is. There it is.
But Elliot didn't keep it private. He talked about the profits he was making right on YouTube.
The guy we lent money to, he returned our money. When we lent him $21,400 and he came back with $23,500. So
is it loan sharking? I guess.
People in Cebuco were watching.
He's a scumbag. I don't know if you can call it a scumbag. I mean, there's like in that area, I think there's nothing like a bank where people can actually like get a loan, and it doesn't seem like he was like dangerous. He just wanted to quote unquote help people. He played a dangerous game for sure with the locals because they thought, hey, he has money, let's get him.
Much he was making, and that's when the warnings began. Locals began warning Elliot's family. They said people were planning to kidnap him.
People coming here to tell my family that there's people that want to kidnap me, or they're threatening to kidnap me, or stuff like that, like every day.
Then his store got robbed. Elliot started to sound nervous during live streams.
I feel like I've been
why didn't he just move away?
staying in this area for so long to the point where people, I don't even know if people like me anymore. Maybe they want bad things to happen to me now.
Even his wife was scared. She refused to go anywhere with him unless other people were there. Something was clearly wrong. In mid-2024, Elliot flew back to the US for work, but he couldn't stay away. He returned to Cebuco to visit his wife. That choice would be his last.
Probably because he couldn't take his wife with him. Man.
On October 17th, Elliot went live in a video from Cebuco. It sounded like he wanted to move out of Cebuco permanently. Maybe some criminals were watching his live stream.
Bro, if you make it sound that you're going to move out forever, of course the criminals are gonna make a move. This is so tragic. Bro,
because
why?
A few hours later, 4 men in fake police uniforms stormed his house. They were armed. Elliot tried to fight them off. Shots were fired. He was injured. They kidnapped Elliot and dragged him to a speedboat and sped off. Elliot's wife saw the whole thing happen. She called the police immediately. And somehow they tracked down the kidnappers. But Elliot wasn't with them. One kidnapper later explained,
they threw him all, like, they just, you know, into the water. He's gone.
What happened. He said Elliot was hurt during the kidnapping, and he passed away on the speedboat. Since they couldn't demand ransom anymore, they dumped his body in the ocean. The police searched the coastline, but Elliot's body was never recovered. Elliot found love and adventure in the Philippines, but in the end, it cost him his life. Rest in peace.
Horrible.
This next
I didn't even know the ending of this, man. I had no idea about that part. Bro, that's just horrible. That is so horrible. This is why you need to stop airing out every single fucking thing that you do online, man. Like, your entire life does not need to be on the internet. You don't need to talk about lending money to people. You put the target on your back.
YouTuber was an inspiration to millions of young people until it ended in tragedy. Grant Thompson. Grant Thompson was so popular that just one of his videos got over 48 million views.
How to make Lego gummy candy. I've probably seen the thumbnail before. Probably seen this video before.
His channel was called The King of Random. Grant made videos
The King of Random! Yeah!
about hacks and mad science experiments.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the lab. Today we're trying another one of those experiments you really shouldn't try at home.
One of his biggest hits was a tutorial on how to make gummy candy.
For this video, I'm going to show you how to take a few simple ingredients and make mountains and mountains of your own custom gummy candies at home.
Grant made science look like magic, and viewers loved it. He amassed 11 million subscribers and 2.5 billion views. But all that success came at a cost. By early 2017, Grant was exhausted. He was working 12 to 18 hours a day. He flew
18? What are you doing?
planes as an airline pilot by day, then came home to film videos at night.
He had a job and was still doing videos at the same time. And he had a wife and a baby. I hope he didn't die. But I hope he just stopped making YouTube. I hope that's it.
His health began to suffer.
There was a period of about 1.5 years where I was working so hard on making videos and there was like a crushing weight on my chest, so heavy.
Long hours at the computer caused terrible back pain, but he didn't stop filming.
You didn't even know that though. I kept putting out videos every single week and I was in excruciating pain.
Then in late 2018, Grant made a bold decision. He started posting videos daily.
Or he tried posting daily videos.
Right.
And that pushed us to the max because we were literally all day and all night and up till 4 in the morning working on videos to post every day.
Yeah.
Grant was running on fumes. He hired
yeah, the grind needs to continue and all. But you're a pilot.
a team to
Was that Logan Paul?
help.
Working on videos to post every day.
Yeah.
Grant was
It was!
running on fumes. He hired a team to help, but it was still a ton of work. Then Grant found something that helped him unwind from the pressure. In early 2019, Grant discovered paragliding. He called it his new obsession. Paragliding takes years to master, but Grant had just 5 months of experience. On July 29th, 2019, he went paragliding alone in Washington County,
Alone!
Utah. He took off in the evening, but he never came back. His worried family called the police.
Oh, why?
The Washington County Sheriff's Office in Utah received an urgent call regarding an overdue paraglider who had gone off the radar near Sand Hollow State Park. The caller told officials that the paraglider should have landed an hour earlier and that he was unable to be reached on his cell phone.
Search teams tracked his phone. By morning, they found his body in the park. He crashed. Next to him was the camera he used to record the flight. The footage showed everything. The weather suddenly changed. A strong wind pulled him down. His main parachute collapsed. Grant tried to open his backup parachute, but there wasn't enough time. It was heartbreaking. One of YouTube's best teachers was gone. He was only 38. The king of random channel.
Oh my god, that's horrible. That's why you don't do this alone when you just have only 5 months of experience, man. That shit's dangerous.
Is still going strong. Grant's team kept it alive, making exciting science videos. Grant Thompson may be gone, but his legacy lives on. Some of these creators were in the wrong place at the wrong time, but others chased content into dangerous places. In an attempt to go viral, they lost much more than fame. My friends, I'll leave you with this. Views are never worth your life. Visual venture.
That's right. 100%.
Before you guys go, make sure you guys check out my video, Streamers Willing to Do Anything for Views, because it digs a bit deeper into how fame can really make people do insane things. Thank you for everything, guys. Peace.
Did we watch that video? By the way, give it a like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Like my video, subscribe to me.
I cannot stress this enough. Never do activities alone. There's a reason why Boy Scouts and military have the buddy system. Most ideal number is 4. If someone gets hurt, one person stays with the injured party, and the other 2 go for help.
True, true, true. Absolutely right. You are so right with that. Yeah.